Labour MP Lisa Nandy clashed with the BBC Question Time audience member over Brexit. The audience member claimed all parties should have worked together to deliver Britain's departure from the European Union. Ms Nandy claimed the Labour Party have offered to work with the government since day one, sparking a fierce clash. The BBC audience member said, "I really despair. The issue for me is, you guys should all be working together on this. This is the biggest cross-political issue in my lifetime." Ms Nandy replied, "How can you do that, when the Tory party can't even work with itself?" Groans were heard from some members of the BBC crowd as the audience member tried to reply. The Labour Party MP added, "That is the offer that has been on the table since day one, but the real negotiation is still happening around the cabinet table. The issue for me is, you guys should all be working together on this." BBC Question Time audience member. The Question Time audience member pointed out divisions in the Labour Party over Brexit. He said, "With respect, the Labour Party can't argue amongst themselves at the moment, can they?" The Labour MP said, "We have had a really clear position for a long time. We have been pushing Theresa May for a UK-wide customs union and access to the single market in order to protect jobs. We have said since day one, work with us to negotiate this in the national interest." The angry Question Time audience member simply replied, "You are just illustrating my point." Ms Nandy refused to accept the audience member's argument. She said, "I'm sorry, I totally disagree with this. If you say that all politicians are not trying to sort this out, then you lead us down a path to despair and no deal. We cannot afford that." Brexit news. Question Time audience member clashed with Labour MP Lisa Nandy. Image, BBC. The Prime Minister has been unable to secure a Brexit deal with the European Union, and at the EU summit last week, EU leaders decided to push back a November meeting until decisive progress has been made in negotiations. The major sticking point in negotiations remains the Irish border, with the EU's proposed backstop being outright rejected by the Prime Minister, as it would effectively create a border down the middle of the Irish Sea. Speaking in the House of Commons on Thursday, Brexit Secretary Dominic Raab warned the EU about a no-deal, should they refuse to budge in negotiations. He said, "There certainly is a risk of no deal, especially if the EU engage in a deliberately intransigent approach."